There is hardly any house in India where Pidilite products are not used, be it Fevicol of Carbonator or our and your favorite Fevicol. But do you know that this innovative brand was started by a peon named Balwant Parikh? Although today this company does not have any strong competitor, but when this company launched the product, no one was even ready to buy it. But then what happened that Pidilite not only added things but also made its place in everyone's heart. In today's inspiring journey, we are going to know everything in great detail. So friends, the journey of Fevicol started in 1920, when Balwant Kalyan Parikh was born in a small village Mahua in Gujarat. His grandfather was a magistrate, and inspired by him, Balwant Parikh also thought of studying law, and after completing his initial education, he took admission in Government Law College, Mumbai. But friends, this was the time when there was Brexit rule in the country and atrocities were being committed on people everywhere, due to which a wave of freedom started running in the hearts of every patriot, and then Balwant Parikh also jumped into this fight. As soon as he heard that Mahatma Gandhi was starting the Quit India movement, he left his studies midway and came back to his village and joined this movement. But after about a year, he thought that if he would be in a higher position, then he would be able to be of more use to his people. And then with this thought in mind, Balwant Parikh came back to Mumbai and started his studies again. But friends, during his studies, he got married to Kantabain, and after marriage, to fulfill his responsibilities, he did many small jobs. But the money he used to earn after working hard for a month was not enough to meet the basic needs of the house. But still, he did not give up and finally completed his graduation. After this, Kantabain started thinking that now his family's life will come on track, but soon his dream also got shattered because Balwant Parikh decided that he would never make law his profession. The reason for this was that during his studies, he had understood that this profession cannot run without the help of fire, and it was against his values and ethics. After this, he started doing another job and started working as a peon in the office of a wood merchant. But friends, here also his financial condition was very bad. The situation had become such that he and his wife had to live in the same wood warehouse. But friends, while working in the wood warehouse, he noticed a market gap, which later became the foundation of his business. He observed that there was a huge demand for glue in the wood industry, but most of the glues available in the market were imported, which were not only expensive, but their quality was also not very good. If we talk about its cheaper alternative, then people at that time used glue made by cooking rice or flour. Now this glue could stick light things like paper, but it was not at all useful for heavy things like wood. For this, most of the carpenters of that time used a special type of glue which was made from collagen extracted from the bones and skin of animals. Now it was durable to some extent, but the process of making and using it was quite difficult and time-consuming. It was consumable because you had to heat it every time you used it. It also smelt so bad that it was difficult to work with it. And for the artisans who were pure vegetarians, using glue made from animal bones was like breaking their religion. And then seeing all these problems, Balwant Parikh thought, why not make a glue that is easy to use, strong and hygienic too? But friends, this work was not so easy because researching on the product and setting up a manufacturing unit required a lot of funds, which Balwant did not have at that time. But in the meantime, Balwant Parikh met an investor named Mohan, and then both of them decided to start a business together. After thinking a little, in the 1950s he started importing cycles, betel nuts, chemicals and dyes from foreign countries and selling them in India. He got a good profit from this business, due to which his financial condition started improving gradually. And then soon Balwant Parikh shifted with his family to a small but comfortable flat in Chaun area of Mumbai. But friends, now his real story begins. Balwant Parikh started working deeply in the business of chemicals and dyes, and for this he entered into a partnership with a German company, Fevicol. Although Fevicol was not a manufacturer of chemicals itself, it worked as a middleman for a big German company, Hoechst, meaning that Hoechst would manufacture chemicals and give them to Fevicol, and then Fevicol would supply them to Balwant Parikh. Now in the 1950s, India's textile industry was growing rapidly, due to which the demand for dyes and chemicals also increased a lot, and then due to this increasing demand, Hoechst earned a lot of profit from the Indian market. Impressed by this success, in 1954 the managing director of Hoechst invited Balwant Parikh to come to Germany, and then Parikh went to Germany and stayed there for a month and understood the advanced technology and production process there very deeply. During this time he saw that Hotchkiss was making a special kind of glue called Fevicol. This glue was used to join many wooden things. It was not only durable but was also very easy to use. That is, it neither needed to be heated nor cooked for hours like animal glue. But the problem was that if Bolvant imported this glue to India, its price would increase a lot, which the poor artisans would not be able to afford, and the problem would remain the same. In such a situation, he thought, why not work on his dream which he had seen many years ago, that is, to make his own glue in India, which is not only economical but also suitable for the different climates here. With this thought in mind, he started to understand the process of making Fevicol in Germany in great detail, and then after returning to India, he along with his brother Sunil Parekh started preparing such glues. In 1954, he set up a small factory in Jacob Circle in Mumbai and named his company Parekh Dyam Industries. After this, using the technique learnt from Hoechst, he prepared a new and indigenous glue for India which was named Fevicol. The name was basically inspired from Fevicol, where kol meant something that joins two things. Fevicol was introduced in the market by Bolvant Parekh in 1969, and in the same year he changed the name of his company from Parekh Dyam Industries to Pidilite Industries. Initially, Fevicol was promoted as a tabletop glue, which was a perfect solution especially for the furniture industry, but it was very difficult for the company to make people understand this. This was because most carpenters and artisans were used to using traditional glues, and they believed that this new type of glue would not be as effective as their traditional glue. On the other hand, big contractors and rich customers considered imported adhesives to be premium quality products and ignored Fevicol, considering it to be a local and cheap product. Now, since Pidilite had very limited resources at that time, it was not possible to do TV or radio ads on a large scale. In such a situation, Bolvant Parekh adopted a new method and started working at the ground level. He explained the benefits of Fevicol obtained locally from small shopkeepers and artisans and convinced carpenters to use it. Also, small packs of it were launched so that people could buy it even in a low budget. But friends, even with all these initial efforts, the company could not get any special benefit. Even after this, Bolvant Parekh did not give up, and he organized demonstration workshops for carpenters. In these workshops, he demonstrated the use of Fevicol and explained that his glue is more durable and stronger than the old traditional glue. The biggest advantage of Fevicol was that it was very easy to use, it did not need to be heated, and there was no problem of bad smell, and it was made from synthetic resins, which was a safe option for vegetarian people. Bolvant Parekh also gave free samples of Fevicol to the carpenters so that they could try it themselves, and then when they tried this glue, they were surprised because the smooth consistency of Fevicol made the work very easy and it glided on the surface like butter. In this way, Fevicol slowly started becoming popular in the market. But friends, the problem did not end here. Because the initial formula of Fevicol worked properly only on wood. Fevicol failed on smooth surfaces like plastic and metal. Apart from this, it did not work well during the hot summers in India. In such a situation, Bolvant Parekh thought that if Fevicol was to be made a reliable and universal adhesive, then its stability and versatility would have to be improved. And then, accepting this challenge, he founded the R&D department and invested a lot of money in it. He took feedback from different carpenters and customers. And then, based on these feedbacks, the formula of Fevicol was not only improved, but many new variants were also developed to meet different needs. For example, in 1980, when the company started receiving complaints that the grip of their glue weakens due to high humidity, then Pidilite launched Fevicol MR to solve this problem, which kept the joint stable by preventing moisture. Similarly, in 1985, the company launched another innovative product, which was Feviquick. Actually, at that time, carpenters and common people needed a product that could give quick results. And then Pidilite, looking at this problem, launched Feviquick in the market with the slogan, BAS Ek Bud. Yes, sir. Feviquick is an adhesive which can be applied in a jiffy. The specialty of Feviquick was that it could not only join wood but also plastic, metal, rubber, and other materials instantly. Later, products like Dr. Fixit, Emzil, Heatex, and Marine were launched and fulfilled so many market demands. As a result of this, today Pidilite has more than 70% share of the Indian adhesive market. Bolvant Parekh had realized long ago that the decision of which glue to use in furniture is usually taken by carpenters, so instead of targeting the general public, he focused on carpenters and contractors. To strengthen this direct connection, he started Fevicol Champions Club i.e. FCC in December 2002. The purpose of FCC was to provide practical training to carpenters and contractors on when, where, and how to use different products of Fevicol. Today, FCC has more than 300 clubs in 145 cities with 40,000 carpenters associated with it. But friends, Parikh J did not limit his products to carpenters only but also made a special place for himself by launching small packs of glue in children's school projects as well as their items and crafts. In this way, the great success of Pidilite and the tremendous popularity of Fevicol got it a place in every household of the Indian market. But after this, a new problem arose in front of the company of fake products. Actually, fake glues of inferior quality looking like Fevicol started getting sold in the market because most of the people used to buy surf glue just by looking at its design, logo, and brand name, and then scammers started taking advantage of this. However, soon Pidilite took it seriously and came into action. They made Fevicol cans unique, ran awareness campaigns, and started selling the real ones. Methods of checking Fevicol's identity like logo, hologram, and QR were explained. Along with this, legal action was taken against those selling fake products and their operations were shut down. And friends, due to all these efforts, the market of fake products decreased and customers' trust on Fevicol was restored. And friends, Pidilite also used creative marketing to make Fevicol a popular name. The most special thing is that big celebrities were never used in Fevicol advertisements. Instead, simple village backgrounds and relatable characters like common people were shown in their ads. Many times, the company even included real carpenters in their ad campaigns so that Fevicol could be associated directly with the people who use it in their daily chores. Fevicol's iconic tagline "Dum Laga Ku Haisha" is still fresh in people's hearts and minds. Jan Laga Ku Haisha. This is a strong bond of Fevicol Marine. It will not break even in water. Similarly, with ad campaigns like Sharma Kudalnia, customers got emotionally connected with Fevicol, and it got named Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin. Humor has played an important role in the marketing campaign of Fevicol. Do you remember the overcrowded bus ad of Fevicol in which people are seen sticking to the inside and outside of the bus? This is a perfect example of this. As a result of this, today Pidilite has more than 70% share of the Indian adhesive market. Balwant Parekh had realized long ago that the decision of which glue to use in furniture is usually taken by carpenters, so instead of targeting the general public, he focused on carpenters and contractors. To strengthen this direct connection, he started Fevicol Champions Club i.e. FCC in December 2002. The purpose of FCC was to provide practical training to carpenters and contractors on when, where, and how to use different products of Fevicol. Today, FCC has more than 300 clubs in 145 cities with 40,000 carpenters associated with it. But friends, Parikh J did not limit his products to carpenters only but also made a special place for himself by launching small packs of glue in children's school projects as well as their items and crafts. In this way, the great success of Pidilite and the tremendous popularity of Fevicol got it a place in every household of the Indian market. But after this, a new problem arose in front of the company of fake products. Actually, fake glues of inferior quality looking like Fevicol started getting sold in the market because most of the people used to buy surf glue just by looking at its design, logo, and brand name, and then scammers started taking advantage of this. However, soon Pidilite took it seriously and came into action. They made Fevicol cans unique, ran awareness campaigns, and started selling the real ones. Methods of checking Fevicol's identity like logo, hologram, and QR were explained. Along with this, legal action was taken against those selling fake products and their operations were shut down. And friends, due to all these efforts, the market of fake products decreased and customers' trust on Fevicol was restored. And friends, Pidilite also used creative marketing to make Fevicol a popular name. The most special thing is that big celebrities were never used in Fevicol advertisements. Instead, simple village backgrounds and relatable characters like common people were shown in their ads. Many times, the company even included real carpenters in their ad campaigns so that Fevicol could be associated directly with the people who use it in their daily chores. Fevicol's iconic tagline "Dum Laga Ku Haisha" is still fresh in people's hearts and minds. Jan Laga Ku Haisha. This is a strong bond of Fevicol Marine. It will not break even in water. Similarly, with ad campaigns like Sharma Kudalnia, customers got emotionally connected with Fevicol, and it got named Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin Ka Sopa Hey Re Sarmahin. Humor has played an important role in the marketing campaign of Fevicol. Do you remember the overcrowded bus ad of Fevicol in which people are seen sticking to the inside and outside of the bus? This is a perfect example of this.